Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go through a full body strength and mobility routine that's body weight based. So it's something you can do at home or while you're traveling fairly easily. So it's split into three parts. We've got sort of a lower body part, which will mostly be mobility based. We've got upper body, which is a bit of strength and mobility, and then we've got some ab work at the end. Okay, and each set is split into 3 exercises. So you're going to have 3 exercises. First exercise we'll be doing 5 reps. Second exercise will be 10 reps. Third exercise will be 15 reps. Okay, and we're going to go through 3 rounds of each exercise, or of each block there. Okay, so we'll get started with the lower body first. So for the lower body, we're going to start with pigeon split squats. Okay, so you're going to need a couch or chair, or a box if you have access to one. Okay, something that gives you a little bit of elevation here. And if you struggle getting into pigeon position, you can use a block or a pillow or something like that for your knee here. Okay, so your block, if you struggle here, the block will go there so that your knee can push into that comfortably. So block there if you need it. If not, we're jumping into pigeon position. Okay, back leg is out behind you. Okay, like we're doing split squats. And we're going to do 5 split squats here. So dropping down as far as you can, or ideally to the ground, and then pushing up strong. And you ideally want to be using that front leg as well to push yourself up, not just the back leg. Okay, so we'll be doing 5 of those each side. Okay. So obviously here you can also add height if you need it. You can make, if your box is a bit higher, you'll be able to get a bit more range here. And if you have access to it, you can add some load as well. So hold some dumbbells or some plates. All right, so we've got 5 each side of those. The next thing we're going to do is Jefferson curls. So for this, ideally, you want at least a little bit of weight. Okay, it doesn't have to be too heavy. If you're mobile enough to get to the floor, again, ideally you want to be up a little bit higher so you can get to your full range. If you can't get to the floor, then that's fine. Just stand on the floor. You'll be able to go as low as you can here. Okay. So if you're elevated, make sure whatever you're standing on is very stable. It's not going to tip over. You're not going to fall off it. Okay. And then we're going Jefferson curl. So starting up nice and tall, curling from your neck, vertebrae by vertebrae down. And we're doing reps. So you're going to go as low as you can here and pull back out of it. Okay? So you don't need to hold at the bottom too long, but you want to feel a nice stretch at the bottom there. And we're doing 10 of these. So that's 2. Make sure your knees are locked. Yeah, especially at the bottom. It's easy for the knee lock to loosen off a little bit. I'm trying to get a little bit deeper each rep. All right, that should be about 8, 9. Make sure with these that you are using the hamstrings and glutes to pull back up. So you should feel a nice hip extension at the top there. And the third part of this little block is split pulses. So these will be sort of self-regulated again. So however mobile you are, that will dictate how hard they are. So you're going to try and get into as big a split as you can. If that's as far as you can go, that's fine. Okay. You will need most likely something to support your hands to help you a little bit. But this should be a leg exercise. So what we're going to try and do now is straighten that back leg. So use the quad, push the quad, try and get the knee straight without the hips going up and down. Okay? So we're not trying to go up and down, we're trying to straighten that back knee and push the back leg as far back as you can. Okay? So try and straighten that back leg out. You should feel a nice stretch through that back hip flexor. Okay? So you don't have to fully lock out that knee, but that's in your mind, that should be the goal. You're trying to lock that back leg out straight. Okay? So we're doing 15 each side here. All right, you probably, depending on your mobility, you'll probably feel it in the front hamstring a bit too. Okay. All right, so we'll do 15 each side. So if you are a little bit more flexible, you can go a little deeper in the split here. Okay, same goal, you're trying to straighten that back leg while keeping the hips square. Okay. And you can see my hips are not going up too much at all here. Okay, really squeezing the quad. All right. Okay, so that's our lower body routine. We'll go through that 3 times. Once we've finished those 3 rounds of the lower body, we're going to move on to some upper body work. Okay, this will be a little bit more strength. We're going to start with Hindu push-ups. So there's a few levels here. Remember, we're only doing 5, so they can be a little bit hard. Okay, you want to start in a pike position. So ideally, shoulders as open as you can get them. Okay, you don't want to be in this push-up position. You want to start in a pike position, and we're going to dive towards the middle of our hands here. Okay, so bending the arms, diving through the hands into a seal stretch, and then back the same way. Okay, so if you need, you can use your knees on the way back. Drop to your knees to make it a little bit easier on that push back up. You can, if you need as well, just do the whole thing on your knees. Okay. We're doing 5 reps here. All right. So remember, it's only 5 reps, so they can be a little bit more challenging. The next exercise we're going to do is a shoulder extension one. So it'll be good if you have a broomstick or a towel, anything that you can use to hold your hands together behind you. Grab that. So we're going to lie down on the floor, put the broomstick or towel behind you, and you want your hands about shoulder width here, okay? So not too wide on the stick, should be in nice and close. Okay, and we're going to lift up. We're doing 10 of these. Lift up as high as you can. Okay, keeping the elbows locked straight. Try and pull the shoulder blades together and up as you go up. Okay. So we're doing 10. And on the 10th one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. So really squeeze up as high as you can. It'll probably feel a little bit crampy. Okay, keep pulling tall as high as you can. And relax. And our final exercise for this set is going to be dips. So for this you will again need some chairs, probably are the ideal thing here. A couple of chairs to use, or some boxes, whatever you can find to get support. Okay, we're going to start with our body weight dips, so feet in close will be easier. We're doing 15 of these. Okay. So as you move your feet out, it'll get a little bit more challenging. Make sure you are going full depth. Okay, you can move them all the way out. But keep that depth as you do them. Okay, we've got 15. All right. And again, we're going to repeat that for 3 rounds. All right, our final set is going to be an ab set or an ab workout. Okay, so same structure. Our first exercise will be V-snaps. So again, it's only 5. These are quite challenging. Okay, so you're going to be starting on your back, reaching up to touch your toes. Okay, keeping the legs locked tight. If that's too hard, you can use your hands for support. Okay, so you can have your hands out to the side there. Okay, if you really need to, you can try and bend your knees in. Okay, so we'll do 5 of those. And then we're going to do 10 leg raises. So on your back, legs up in the air, knees locked straight. You want to be keeping your lower back touching the floor the whole time, so it should not lift up. Okay, we're doing 10 of these leg raises. So if you do feel your lower back lifting up, I want you to regress, go as far as you can until you feel that lift coming, and pull back. Okay? So just before you feel it lift up, you can pull your legs back up. All right? As you get stronger, that range should increase. All right? The other thing, make sure your hands aren't stuck under your butt. Okay? Hands out, let the hip flexors do the work. All right, so 10 of those. Okay. And our final set here is going to be side raises. So this is a bit of a cheat here. There's going to be 2 sets. We'll do 15 each side. Okay, so lying down on your elbow. Okay, you're going to start with your hip on the ground, and you want to push it up as high as you can. Okay, so drive your hips up. You can use your other hand for a little bit of balance or support if you need. We're going for 15. Okay. Try and really keep as high as you can. 9, 10, 15, and then we'll swap over to the other side. All right. Again, we're going elbow on the floor, hip on the floor, drive up. We've got 15. Keep driving high. Make sure you are coming back to the ground. 9, 10, 5 more. 4, 5. All right. And we'll repeat that for 3 rounds. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that workout. We'll see you for another one.